Welcome back to the Veteran and Rookie Podcast. This is episode 21, I think, going into week 18, wrapping up week 17. It was a very exciting week of football. It was looking like we were going to have the game of the year on our hands, and then something that I'd never seen before, and like everyone else that like I saw talking about it had like never seen before happened, which put a shocking ending to the week, to say the least.
Yeah, it was really sad too. I was watching it live, and it was just like, they had him on the field, and it was a couple injuries in. Like the Bills had
they were already going down. It was only halfway through the first quarter, and they already had two defensive players get hurt before that, I think. Something like that,
yeah. And he got hurt, and I was like, dang, my what I was thinking about is the game, and I was like, dang, we're really gonna lose to the Bengals, and then he was out there, and then he wouldn't get up.
Yeah, like once like the ambulance went out there and they went to the second commercial break, I was like, oh, wait a minute, something's the ambulance doesn't go out there very often, so when it does, that's not a good thing.
Especially they did a commercial after the ambulance came out. So that was like, oh shoot.
And then
not okay.
Yeah, apparently like more stuff has come out. Not everything. We don't know everything yet, obviously, but we're talking about like his heart stopped on the field there.
It sank up the hit that he took or that he gave. It was kind of like he stopped it and he got hit while he stopped it.
Yeah, he got hit at like the right time, and
he got hit at the right time when his heart was beating.
The right millisecond.
Yeah, and you could see him. He got up, and he like it wasn't like immediate. It was, he got up and then he fell right over.
Which, I mean, that probably adds a concussion to the whole thing too, which does not help at all. As of we're filming right now, it's sounding like it's slowly getting better. Just heard about he started on 100% oxygen. He's down to 50%. Hopefully by tomorrow, which will be Wednesday, the January 4th. He will be breathing on his own, which it would be a really good thing. So hopefully that he continues to improve.
Yeah, and if you want to donate to his toy drive,
we'll leave a link. I know that a lot of other people have been doing that, but if anyone watching or whatever wants to donate, then that would be good too.
Yeah. Otherwise, this week in football,
other than that, I mean, it was a good week. But
I didn't do too great in my standings.
Yeah, you're trying to stay below 100 losses,
and I don't think
with 1 week to go. You went 10-5. We both went 10-5 this week, and we would have been either 10 and actually I don't remember what we picked for that game. I think I might have gone Bengals. You might have gone Bills. Regardless, we both went 10-5 though. So that brings me up to 138, 161, and 2. That can't be right. That means I put the 6 in the wrong place. 1 second. 116, because I'm very much above 500. So I'm 138, 116, and 2.
Okay.
You are 154, 99, and 2. So either you need to go like 16-0 in week 18 or 15-1, which I think the best any of us have done is you went 12-4 2 weeks ago. And that's the best either of us have done.
I feel like I did better than that one of the weeks.
Nope. 12-4 is the best.
Dang. Oh, well.
Your worst is 5-11, so.
Jeez.
You're going to need a big week to be at 100 or below after this week.
Man, it really does come down to this last one, huh?
It really does. And then for our draft picks that we did, game of the week, I went Jets, Seahawks. You went Bills, Bengals. So we're not going to give either of us the point for that one.
Yeah, we're just going to
because it probably would have been Bills, Bengals because, I mean, Jets, Seahawks wasn't much of a game. But with the game only making it not even through the first quarter, we're just not going to count that one at all. Blowout of the week, I took the Eagles over the Saints. I was feeling quite confident until they lost.
confident until they lost. Yeah,
by 10 to a bad Saints team. And then you went with Niners over Raiders, which was not a blowout. The Raiders almost won that game and went to overtime at 34 apiece because Jared Stidham and Brock Purdy are two of the best quarterbacks of all time, apparently.
Hey, are the Raiders good?
They're talented. I mean, they would be in the playoffs if they didn't choke all those 17-point leads.
But I feel like they're good. Like the Raiders are good, right?
Yeah, they got some good talent. They just can't close games. Honestly, they would have 4 or 5 more wins right now and be in the playoffs if they could close games.
Look, the Raiders should be bad. I feel like they're bad, but they're good.
No, they're a pretty. They were in the playoffs last year.
But they're bad.
So and this game was one they could have won. They could have beat the Cardinals. They could have beat. I think it was the Titans. They could have beat the Jaguars. They could have beat the Chiefs. All those games, they had double-digit leads. So, yeah, not. They could be a playoff team, but they're not. So, but you do get that point because it was a victory. Upset of the week, you went with Panthers over Bucks. We both really wanted that to happen, and unfortunately, it doesn't because Tom Brady, for kind of the first time this year, played like Tom Brady for a full game. You went off. I think he had 300 or 400 yards. Mike Evans putting up Randy Moss type numbers.
Crazy.
I'm still not worried about the Bucs in the playoffs. But, it at least, hopefully they'll put out something watchable for the postseason.
You shouldn't be worried about the Bucs. You should be worried about Tom Brady in the playoffs.
Yeah, yeah. They're still a solid defense. They're probably a top 10 defense. Yeah, if Tom can get cooking, I feel like what's going to happen is they're going to host the Cowboys, and even though the Cowboys are a better team, they're going to screw it up because they're the Cowboys. They always screw up the playoffs, and it's against Tom Brady.
Yeah, and I feel like Tom Brady's a different animal in the postseason.
Oh yeah, I don't think they're gonna win the Super Bowl. I really hope they don't.
Imagine going to the Super Bowl and winning with an 8-8 record or whatever.
They'd be either 9-8 or 8-9.
Yeah,
either way, not
losing
great.
Record, winning the Super
Bowl.
Bowl.
My gosh,
has that happened before?
No, a couple times. Only a few times has a losing team even made the playoffs. So to win a Super Bowl, most of those losing teams actually have won a playoff game, though. When the Seahawks, they had beast mode back in the day. It's when he had his Beastquake run. They were 7-9 taking on the defending Super Bowl champion Saints, and they beat them.
Dang.
With that Beastquake run there. But yeah, please, Tom Brady, don't do that. Fantasy Player of the Week, I took Amon-Ra St. Brown. You took Patrick Mahomes. I don't have the points in front of me here, but I do know Mahomes got that dub over Amon-Ra. And then lowest scoring game of the week, 2 good candidates here, Cardinals, Falcons, Steelers, Ravens, and I got that one because it was, I think, 16-13. Yeah. Cardinals, Falcons was 20-19.
Yeah, you just barely edged me out there.
So we split that 2-2, so I have 36 points. You have 28. So I think that locks me up the title there.
Yeah, that's a bonus.
Because I don't know how much. We'll find some way to do this in the postseason too, but it's going to be a lot less potential for points, unless we did something like it's worth 2 points or something. But
yeah, we could do that.
At least for the regular season, I got it locked up.
Yeah. But you can have a better regular season record, and I can beat you in the Super Bowl. I mean,
I guess if you can catch me by the Super Bowl in some way or fashion.
Whoever calls the Super Bowl gets 10 points.
And then I'd still be you.
Stop.
I'll just pick whatever you pick.
No, you can't. Please stop.
Okay. We're not going to do a fun draft this week, so I guess let's just jump right into our draft picks of the week.
Yeah. You start us off.
I'm starting us off. See, I didn't make a draft board this week. I forget it. Where am I going to go?
That's the question.
I'm going to go for upset of the week. Give me the Texans over the Colts.
No, you're high on the Texans, aren't you?
I'm low on the Colts is what I am. And the Texans, they didn't last week, but a lot of times, like their game against the Chiefs and the Cowboys and the Titans, they've played up to their opponents a lot, or their opponents played down to them, I guess. And the Colts they aren't the same since 33-0.
Mm-hmm.
They had another Nick Foles got hurt, so Sam Ehlinger had to play again against the Giants there, and all their quarterbacks are either bad or washed or both. So
yeah,
it's a rough scene in Indianapolis, and they're going to be picking a pretty high draft pick. Texans, if they win this game and the Bears lose, though, could miss out on the first overall pick. So if you are the Texans, you want to lose this game, but I think they're going to win it.
So is Jags over Titans an upset? I thought it would be, but their records show that it
no.
The
Jags have a better record, and they're home. They're big favorites, actually. They're 6.5 points.
Jeez. Oh, okay.
And the Titans are playing their third quarterback of the year.
That's right. And they don't have Derrick Henry.
No, they do.
Is Derrick Henry back for this game?
Yeah, the only reason he didn't play last week is to be healthy for this game. So they were trying to, because that game didn't matter against the Cowboys, because no matter what, this game would be for the division, no matter if they won or lost against the Cowboys, which is why they rested a bunch of players.
I don't feel confident picking any upset, because if I get the upset wrong, that's my one miss of the week.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, there's not a lot here that I'm feeling too confident in, but I'm going to go Lions over Packers.
All right, yeah. That's a pretty good one.
The Lions have been a scorching hot offense and then have been like a really, really cold offense on and off. But for the most part, in the last couple of weeks, they've been really good.
Yep.
I just hope that cold streak doesn't come back, and I hope that I hope the Seahawks lose to the Rams, and I hope the Lions win, and then they make the playoffs.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are upset because if the Seahawks win, then the Lions are essentially playing for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that means they're just going to give up on the game. Just because they don't have a chance. They don't have a reason to rest anybody. It's their last game of the season.
Yeah, but they might take some people out just so they don't get injured or
maybe, I guess. But also, the Lions are rivals with the Packers. They would love to keep Green Bay out of the playoffs. So I think regardless of the outcome of the Seahawks-Rams game, that the Lions are going to be playing hard.
Yeah. And Dan Campbell is last year.
Yeah.
Last year he had no chance at all, and he still played all his guys trying to win that game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
At the end.
I think I think either one of these teams is going to be fun in the playoffs.
Yeah. Mad respect to him.
Oh, yeah.
He's one of my favorite coaches.
I mean, how about the Packers too? They were 4-8.
Goodness.
Heck, I didn't have any hope. I was we kind of stopped talking about them on the podcast outside of just our pick'ems because I was they're dead.
Yep.
And we went to the Cowboys game. It's maybe they have some life, and then they lost 2 straight. It's yeah, they're bad, and all they have to do is win, and they're in. And they will probably go to San Francisco and get their doors blown off because San Francisco owns them. But
yeah,
if you can get in, you never know what happens. And the year the Packers won the Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers, they were also the last team to get into the playoffs, and they went all the way, every game on the road. So they could. See, this is bad for me now because I'm getting excited.
Don't get excited.
I'm getting hope. And I'm oh yeah, and it look, this reminds me of the 2010 team, and they went all the way. And, I really needed the 49ers to lose that game because then the Vikings would still be the 2 seed, and I would love the Packers to go and beat the Vikings again in the playoffs because I don't have any confidence for them against the Niners.
Yeah, the Vikings are going to lose to somebody, and they're going to get blown out, so it's okay.
I want the Packers to do that, though.
Yeah, it'll happen, but somebody will do it. That would have been a good game to pick for Game of the Week, I think.
That would have, yeah. That's our Sunday night game.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking that the Lions.
Yeah, well, the Packers are 4-point favorites there, so that's a good pick for you.
I think just the Lions have a better chance of beating them than that has of being a
the
better
game of the week.
Yeah, and I can pick other games for Game of the Week. I've learned to not get my hopes up for the playoffs because I know what happens to the Bills in the playoffs. They lose to Patrick Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll just happen. It'll be a good game, but it'll lose.
See, it's like that for me, but for the 49ers.
Yeah. Same with the Cowboys. They'll just be good.
They'll lose to whoever they're playing, though. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. They just get into the playoffs. We them boys, the cycle continues.
One of the only teams that they've beat recently, I think the only 2 playoff wins they have over the last decade, they had one against the Seahawks and one against the Lions.
Bummer. Yeah. I'm going to go Game of the Week here, and you're going to call us an odd choice, but I'm going to do Chiefs-Raiders.
Oh, that is an odd choice. But, I mean, if the Raiders play like they did against the Niners, then that should be a fun game. The Chiefs do have something to play for, trying to get that number 1 seed. We'll see how it all shakes out with Buffalo and Cincinnati, though.
Yeah, whatever happens with that game.
If they're given ties or whatever, because that's big for the top of the AFC, of course. They both do have tiebreakers over Kansas City, but Kansas City's got a game on Cincinnati.
And it's not going to matter if they both get a tie for that game. Then it's going to be the Chiefs.
Yeah, because if the Chiefs win, then they're number 1 no matter what.
Yeah.
If they lose and the Bills beat the Patriots,
then the Bills are number 1.
And if they're given the tie, the Bills would be number 1. So,
they might not be given anything. They might not be given a tie or anything. They might just be given 16 games.
Yeah, well, I mean, the tie would be the same thing as that, though.
Yeah, I know, but they might not give them a tie.
Yeah.
Is what I'm thinking. Anyway, so yeah, the Raiders have one of the best receivers in the league. It doesn't really matter.
One of the best tight ends who's back now.
A really, really good tight end who playing like it was crazy to see him play, and it was hilarious that he was on your bench.
Yeah, because I'm like, oh, okay, he's back, but he's been hurt and whatever. I'll just bench him. It didn't really matter because I won anyway. But
yeah, but he balled out, and
he got a touchdown early on too, and then my other tight end I think also got a touchdown, and the one I started didn't do anything, and I was like,
yeah, you had what's his name, Myles Garrett, or
I wish I had Myles Garrett. He plays defense though, so that'd be an odd choice.
Person. My fault.
Noah Fant.
Yeah, the guy from
different
the Packers.
Person. Or no, Tunyon.
Yeah, Tunyon. And
Packers, I started Noah Fant,
and it was kind of goofy and funny. But I think the Raiders have those 3 pieces, and they can do a lot of work with that.
They typically do stick with the Chiefs.
Yeah,
they lose most of the time, but like they lose closely.
Yeah, like that was a good game against the Niners, and I think the Niners are a better team than the Chiefs. It's just the Chiefs have a better quarterback.
Yep.
And that's what the big difference is. So it's going to be a lot of points scored, I think. Neither of them have the greatest defenses, and I think it could be a really fun game to watch. That's just my thought on it. That's my game of the week.
Game of the week, yeah.
You called it an interesting choice, but you don't have a better one.
I don't.
Idiot. I hate you. Guys, it's all a bit. It's not. I don't actually hate him.
Oh, that's good. I didn't know that.
Just for the people listening at home.
Man, where do I go here? There's some games with significance, but I don't know if they're going to be game of the week type material.
That's why I took those 2 off the board.
I hate you
because I don't think
not a bit.
I don't think the Raiders can upset the Chiefs, but I think it'll be a good game. And I think the Lions can upset the Packers, and it'll also be a good game. And now you don't have a choice for a good game here.
I'm gonna go. You're gonna think this is an even more interesting choice.
Jets, Dolphins?
No, I'm going Vikings, Bears.
Yeah,
because Justin Fields makes that offense watchable. He's been doing it for half the season now, and the Vikings, I mean, either get blown out or play close games. I said that I didn't think they were going to get blown out by the Packers last week, and then they did. So we'll see if the Bears blow them out. That'd be funny.
I'm so glad that they did, though, because if they didn't, I'd be at 100 right now.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, I'm going to say, Bears Vikings could be entertaining, but I also thought that like Bears Lions was going to be entertaining, and then the Lions just romped them.
Yeah, no, it was good to watch. I love watching the Lions. They're an underdog team, and I love rooting for them until they, don't score any points in a game, and it's just really sad. But
yeah,
besides that, I like rooting for them. I like Dan Campbell. I like their receivers, and I like the Lions.
The whole team.
I like the whole team.
Let's see.
Even if they're not a good team.
Do I go here? Give me blowout of the week.
Ooh, okay.
Niners over Cardinals.
Man, I was looking at that for 2 categories, and
I took it.
You took it, and I don't appreciate it.
The Niners have something to play for. I think. Let's see. What time is their game? They got a 2:25 game. And, the Vikings actually play earlier. If the Vikings win that game, they'll have something to play for. If the Vikings lose, they're locked into the 2 seed. So we'll see if they play their starters or not. If they play their 4th quarterback of the year. Because, you want to be healthy for the playoffs, especially the Niners when they've gotten so banged up. But I feel like even the Niners backups are going to have their way with the Cardinals. They're a better coached team.
Yeah.
And the Cardinals are just a hot mess. Although they did actually look kind of decent against the Falcons with David Blau as their quarterback, Thanksgiving legend. That's all I have to say about the Arizona Cardinals.
That's your blowout, you said.
Blowout of the week.
Man, I'm looking at 3 things right here, and I don't know what I'm thinking. I made my decision. I'm going to go Bengals over Ravens. The Ravens have been bad.
See if Lamar plays or not.
I think even if Lamar plays, they kind of get blown out. And he might not because their seed is already determined, isn't it?
No, because of Monday's game, though, Cincinnati hasn't locked up the division or anything like that. The Ravens beat them earlier this year.
Oh.
So if they finish with both 11 wins, I guess I don't know how that would work because Cincinnati would be 11-4. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
I know Baltimore does have a chance at the division, though.
Yeah, but they're in the playoffs regardless.
Yeah, they're either going to be like the 5 seed or
the 5 or the 3
or the 3. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's my blowout, and then I'm gonna go lowest scoring with Chargers Broncos.
Yeah, that's a good pick there. I was honestly thinking about that one for game of the week just because like the Broncos, dude. I watched the Broncos Chiefs game and they looked like a real football team. It was impressive. Russell Wilson made less mistakes than he normally has wearing those colors.
He beat the bathrooms.
He did. He threw 3 touchdowns, I think.
He's above bathrooms now.
I don't think bathrooms is going to be able to strike back.
Yeah, I don't think they have enough porta potties to.
I don't think bathrooms was prepared for this.
No, I don't think anyone was really.
Yeah, no. So maybe he keeps that up and plays like a competent player.
We'll see. It's to you for
to me for lowest scoring game.
I think I know where I would go with the second pick.
I think I know where I would go too. Give me Browns Steelers. Okay. Where were you gonna go?
I was gonna go Rams Seahawks.
I was also thinking about that one, but I did not take it.
That's all right.
Yeah, the Steelers are fighting to be over 500 for the 17th year straight. Last time they had a losing record was 2003.
Yeah, their coach has never had a losing record.
He's been there since 2007 or 8.
Magic figures.
Yeah, and they haven't had a losing season since 2003, which allowed them to draft Big Ben.
Yeah, Pickens was balling out.
Yeah, he really balls out in the last 2 minutes of the game.
Pickett is the receiver, right?
Yes. No, George Pickens, Kenny Pickett.
Okay, Pickett. I saw a stat yesterday that was crazy. I saw that in contested windows, the percentages for most elite receivers, and a lot of them are 38%. You catch it 48%.
Yeah.
And there was a couple people with 50%, and there was a guy with 52. I think it was. I think Justin Jefferson had 52% or something.
Mm-hmm.
Guess how many percent that Pickens had?
75.
He had 71%.
Wow.
He had or something close. Maybe I'm a little bit off, but it was in the low 70s, which is crazy.
Yeah, you just gonna say that's the guy you really say just frick it. He's down there somewhere.
Yeah, best hands in the NFL. There's a conversation for that.
Yeah,
I think because
he doesn't get a ton of opportunities. Right now, just because I think rookie quarterback and all, but. He makes some great catches.
Some crazy catches.
Did he catch that touchdown at the end of the Ravens game? I'm trying to remember.
I wasn't watching that one, but I just remember that one catch he had where
no, it was Najee Harris who caught that one. That's right.
Yeah, I'm remembering that one catch. It reminded me of Odell.
Oh, the one against the Browns he had?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was
Maybe
a better
he'll do
catch.
that again against the Browns.
I think it was better than Justin Jefferson's catch.
I think it was too.
Justin Jefferson's catch was assisted. And it was really bad.
It was a really good catch.
It was a good catch.
Don't compare it to OBJ, okay?
It's not.
It's not.
I think it's less of a catch and more of a play on the ball.
Yeah.
It was in the defender's hands.
Yeah, he kind of had that like you said, the assist there.
That was the game right there. That was the game. It was 4th and 18, and it would have been a pick.
Pretty much, yeah.
No, that was that was the game.
Because then they went downfield, ended up turning it over, but then got a defensive touchdown, I think it was, or safety or something.
Because he fumbled it.
Mm-hmm.
At the 1 yard line. If he fumbled it anywhere else, it would
have been fine.
Yeah, that would have been the game. That was the game-changing moment.
All right. Is it my turn?
It is your turn for Fantasy Player of the Week.
Give me A.J. Brown.
Yeah.
I would pick Jalen Hurts, but I don't know if he's playing or not. I think the Eagles are playing for something because the Cowboys play that same window. And if the Eagles lose and the Cowboys win, Cowboys get the 1 seed, which
is crazy.
Yeah,
what
who
the
would have
heck?
thought that?
Yeah. Man.
Yeah, the Saints keeping the Eagles relevant, I guess, for this week of football. Giants are also going to be playing their starters. They don't have to because they're locked in at their 6th seed. But, frick the Eagles, I guess. They're trying to get them. I'm also not a big fan of resting your starters in week 18 or whatever, the last week.
Yeah, keep them fresh. Keep them moving.
The Packers do that a lot, and then they, like last year, they did that, lose. And then they scored once. So that's not entirely the reason they scored once, but I don't think that helps. Because then they also had that extra. They had 2 weeks of rest then, pretty much, and that was unnecessary in my opinion. But
yeah, man, that would have been my pick if I was able to go first there. But I could pick Hill. I could pick Diggs.
Ooh, yeah, you're gonna pick, but Hill's probably gonna have
sauce on him.
Yes, that, and probably also going to have Teddy Bridgewater throwing him the ball.
Yeah. But Hill is the kind of guy to take a 7-yard slant, 85 yards to a touchdown.
Bridgewater or Skylar Thompson.
Don't know who that is.
He's their 3rd-string quarterback.
That makes sense.
Because Bridgewater might be hurt because on the pick 6 he threw against the Patriots, his hand, I think, collided with like another player or something, and I think he had like a broken finger or something. I don't know exactly, but I know he got hurt. So I don't... They might be their playoff hopes might be resting on Skylar Thompson.
Yeah, and that's a good defense too. And Diggs. My problem with Diggs, I mean, I don't have a problem with him, but points wise, Allen likes to target a ton of people. Like he'll target everybody on the team.
Oh yeah, because they said on the game last night, the little bit of game we actually got, that Diggs over the last 3 or 4 games only had just over 100 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Like he had not been very productive. They've been winning, but he hadn't been doing a ton.
I think what he does is a lot of the time he'll kite the he'll kite the safety.
Yeah, he'll be the distraction, and then that gets
DB,
Gabe Davis open or whatever.
Gabe Davis or Dawson Knox,
Isaiah McKenzie,
or the 3rd-string tight end or whatever, a punt returner, whoever it is, or Josh Allen to run.
Oh yeah,
it's a really creative offense, and they can throw to anybody, and that's what they do. And that's why I'm kind of scared to pick Diggs. I could pick Brady. I could pick.
Yeah, you think he's going to keep that up though? Or,
I don't. That's
or
the
Mike
problem.
Evans? Yeah, I don't. Even against the Falcons, like.
But I think, man.
Or maybe this is the start of a hot streak for him. Who knows?
But Diggs and Hill are better receivers though.
Yeah,
by a lot. And I feel I don't love it, but I'm taking Hill. I'll take the Dolphins-Jets game. I'm taking Tyreek Hill for my player of the week. I don't know if he'll outperform A.J. Green, but that's or A.J. Brown, excuse me.
Yeah,
but
he'll outperform A.J. Green.
Yeah, I don't even know who that is. So.
He's a receiver on the Cardinals.
Yeah, he'll outperform.
Used to be really good. He's kind of washed now.
So, that's my picks.
Let's go through some more picks real quick. Pick'ems of the week. Saturday afternoon on ABC and ESPN, we got the Chiefs and the Raiders. Where are you going?
Have a Saturday morning game?
Nope, we got a Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening.
That's weird. Yeah, I'll take Chiefs in that game, but it's a good game, I say.
Yep, I'm also going to take Kansas City. Saturday night, Titans Jaguars for the division.
I want Jags
winning
to win.
Lose you're out. I want the Jags to win, and I also think they're a better team, so I'm going to be picking them.
I also think that, but I don't know if Derrick Henry's going to be coming back with like fire and like
maybe
glowing red eyes.
Yeah. I don't know. There's not much doubt in my mind, though, even if Derrick Henry goes off, just because Trevor Lawrence and that offense has been so good.
But it's also been so bad, though.
Not recently.
Like, he scored 8 points 2 weeks ago in fantasy.
Yeah, well, like last week, he only scored a few points, but that's because everyone else was doing stuff on the Texans. Or against the Texans. Bucks, Falcons. Bucks have already locked up this division with an 8-8 record. And I have them going to 9-8 with a win here.
Yeah, they win this. Ravens, Bengals. I'm having Bengals win this one in my big blowout of the week.
Same. Bills, Patriots. Patriots winning in. It's against Buffalo, though, so I'm going to take the Bills.
Yeah. I
also
Bills,
just don't want to see the Patriots anymore.
Also me as well. I don't like Mac Jones. I don't like the Patriots altogether. Belichick had his time. Leave. I think even with all the injuries that happened to the Bills, and hopefully, people get better. But I think they can still do it even with their second string people. And
yeah, they're still a very talented team.
Browns Steelers. What do you think?
Give me the Steelers. They're finishing above 500.
I think so too. I think the Steelers can do it, especially with a really, really good young receiver.
Mm-hmm. And Kenny Pickett's been looking better and better every week.
Less awful.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's we're picking that.
Although Deshaun Watson actually looked like an NFL quarterback in the second half last week, so
probably was able to go to a massage parlor.
Good signs for Cleveland, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Vikings Bears. What are you thinking?
Give me the Vikings in a 21-17 game.
A boring game. Your game of the week.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's gonna be a fun game. I think it's just gonna be Justin Jefferson playing like Justin Jefferson and Kirk Cousins throwing the ball to absolutely nobody. Just like terrible throws. I think that's what I'm thinking.
You think they're gonna have terrible throws and they're gonna win?
Yeah, because of Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
So I don't really want to watch that game, honestly.
Yeah.
I feel bad for Justin Fields on such a terrible team.
But I mean, he's made it watchable, and I think the Bears, like I already said in a previous episode, I think the Bears are going to be pretty good next year.
Yeah, I hope so.
As long as they build around him, which I don't see a reason to not. Texans Colts, my upset of the week. I'm taking Houston.
Yeah, I think Colts can do it. It's just Texans are terrible.
Yeah. They're both terrible.
These
teams
awful.
tied last time they played, so
they're both awful, and I think they're both bad enough to tie again.
Oh, that would be something now.
Yeah, and that I'm okay with them tying. If I call enough ties, I will win. I could tell
you'll get one eventually.
I could call all these games ties and then be above.
You've said this before, and then you also said you're not going to do that.
I said I'm not going to, but I did really want to.
If the Patriots lose and the Dolphins win, they're taking on the Jets. I'm taking Miami, even with the backup quarterback.
I think so too. With
both these teams on big fat losing streaks. Jets have lost, I think, their last 6. Dolphins have lost their last 5. One of them's got to stop the losing. Yeah. Or I guess they tie, but
well, that's what we said last night with one of the teams having to stop the winning because it was a 6 streak and a 7 streak of winning.
Yep, and then they didn't.
Then there's other situations that happened.
There's more important things going on.
Yeah.
Panthers Saints. Give me Carolina.
You hate me, but I'm also taking Carolina.
Frick you. We already did Steelers Browns. Chargers Broncos. Chargers are locked into the playoffs. Broncos looked better last week. I'm still taking LA.
Yeah, it's Chargers all the way. There's no way.
I could see them losing that game, though.
I don't think I can.
Eagles, Giants, both teams playing their starters. I'm taking Philly.
Yeah. Even if...
Last time these teams played, Giants got destroyed.
Even if Hurts isn't in, I think Minshew's good enough to beat the Giants.
Yeah, well, he wasn't good enough to beat the Saints, though. So.
He was not last week, but the week before he looked good.
Mm-hmm. Cardinals, Niners, my blowout of the week.
Yeah, Niners stomp.
Yeah, even if they play backups, like they romp Arizona.
Yeah, did you see when they took CMC out in that one game? They were blowing. I can't remember who they were blowing out, but they took CMC out and their backup running back almost got a 50-yard touchdown.
That was the one against the Seahawks, I think, right?
Yeah. So I think they have some really good talent just behind, better talent.
Mm-hmm.
More proven
and
talent.
It's another really well-coached team that can, get the most out of even their lowest players on the roster.
Really, really good coaching, yeah. Good scheme for anybody, I think.
Big game here for Seattle. We got Seahawks, Rams. I think it's going to be a close one, but I think the Seahawks are going to take it. It was really close when these teams played a couple weeks ago. It was 27-23.
I feel like this is the game
that was before Baker Mayfield.
This is the game I'm going to pick wrong on. Oh, man. Well, I mean, I'm sure I've picked wrong already, but I...
No, you have a perfect record so far.
Hey, I might. You don't know. Oh, I mean, we both have like the...
We're pretty similar right now.
Yeah. Dang it, man.
Rams have been winning every other recently, so they're coming off a loss.
Give me the Rams.
All right. Going for the upset there. I like it.
Dang it, man.
Means you'll probably get it. Cowboys, Commanders. Commanders are eliminated. Cowboys could be playing for the top seed in the NFC.
I hope they get it. I hope they play and I hope they get that top seed, and then everyone will be making fun of them because they can't win a playoff.
Because they're
game.
gonna get a bye and still lose.
They're gonna lose the bye week.
The Cowboys have been eliminated this week. Oh, those memes would be going around if they do. Yeah, I'm taking the Cowboys though, especially because the Commanders consciously started Carson Wentz. Like they were like, our playoffs are on the line, which actually they didn't know their playoffs were on the line.
Yeah, that was crazy. He's like, what?
We're eliminated? What?
Man, what in the world?
Washington Commander Redskin moments.
Mm-hmm.
Did you also see the Commanders' new mascot? He's like, what was he? Like Captain Tutty. He's a pig. And they debuted him last week. It's like, why are you debuting him so late in the season? It feels a little late for this, but okay.
Commanders are just a bad franchise.
Just in time for them to miss out on the playoffs.
Ugh. They make me feel gross. I don't like them.
They make a lot of people feel gross.
Yeah, I don't like
Surprised they didn't trade it for Deshaun Watson. We both went Cowboys there, I'm assuming. I'm going to pick for you.
We're good Cowboys.
And then probably the game of the week here, Sunday Night Football. Lions.
Last game.
Packers, depending on the Seahawks game, winning in for both teams. Winning in for Green Bay no matter what. And I'm going to take them. They're on a hot streak right now. They've won their last 4. They dominated the Vikings. I think this is going to be a close game. Maybe like a 28-24.
Yeah, and honestly, I think you're right. I think the Packers win here.
Mm-hmm.
But
you're going to go with your heart?
I'm going to go with my heart, and I'm going to say Lions. Last game of the regular season.
Yep.
Could be the last game of either of these teams' season.
It will be for at least one of them.
Yeah. It could be the last game for both of them.
Mm-hmm.
So
Packers lose, Seahawks win. Yeah.
I mean, I'm just excited. I'm excited for that game.
This should be a good game. Yeah.
It's
also in Green Bay, so they got that advantage there.
Yeah, that's a fun place.
It is. That was a lot of fun.
It's a really loud place as well. So I think I could see that getting to them, the Lions a bit. But yeah, I'm really excited for that game. I really hope below 105.
That's your goal now. I mean, I think you could do that. You only have to go 10-6.
Yeah. So I'm hoping at least it's good. And the next year I'll try and get it below 80. So.
Oh wow, you're not even gonna shoot for below 100. You're gonna be
I'm just
all the way down
below 80 because I'll know what I'm
gonna
doing.
go for a perfect season personally, but
I'm not. I'm trying to get some wrong.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. You make it exciting.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's gonna be the end to the final episode of the regular season, I guess technically for this podcast. Although we are gonna be recapping some of it in next week's episode, depending on all what happens. Still don't know if games are gonna get delayed or whatever. It kind of just depends on what happens with Hamler. So,
yeah, we'll be here recording probably the same day.
We'll
anyway,
be doing something though.
Yeah, we'll still be posting, and you can come see us.
Don't worry, your favorite podcast is still here.
All your social medias, all of them.
All right, well, we'll see you guys next time.
Yep. Thanks for watching. Bye.